I went to Gifted and Curated. I cut my finger. Like, I'm redoing my whole house. I like cut my finger on a frame, which is insane because I never hurt myself because I'm a Virgo. Look at this. Wait a minute. This is what I got for Curated. The place is called Curated and Gifted. It's in the Hidden Lane and it's the best run by a woman business. Look at that. I got my Virgo one. So you can see me watching Murder, She Wrote because that's what I do. I watch Murder, She Wrote. Virgo, it says, about the Virgo, it says, turning perfectionism and overthinking into an Olympic sport since forever. That's what I said. I got new pillows from like George Asda because I was like, don't know why I'm doing that. I just got obsessed with it. So then I have members of my family who are the crab, and it's so good because this is like, they cry all the time. They're big criers. Cancers are so emotional. So listen, I think, oh my God. Okay, so wait. Your emotions are like a tidal wave, powerful and unpredictable. It's going to be a bumpy ride through the depths of the mood swings. So like, it's just so true about Cancer. Like, Virgo's like, I basically don't have those emotions. So it's also like, why would you cry? Why would you cry? Why don't you just like turn it into something light and, I don't know, like take the energy and do something with it? Virgos are like, I'm going to do something with this. Like, I would never cry about it. No, babies. Okay, Capricorn. So like my mom, Bashapalka, is a Capricorn. This is so good, right? It says turning, I put them all in a frame. Turning ambition and seriousness into a lifestyle because relaxing is clearly for amateurs, which is so like poignant about Capricorn. Like every Capricorn I know. I also have Taurus because my niece Tara's a Taurus. It says stubborn as a bull, hungrier than a bear, and lazier than a sloth, yet somehow they're everyone's rock. Like look at that, so true. So true. Okay, also I have this for my clippies, which has like changed my game. I have a scrunchy tree. These are Posh Peanut and these are like George that are £1, but I literally just, I don't know where I got these in LA, but I got this big one in LA. Got a big crier. I got that from this week. I got it big crier in Gifted, Curated and Gifted it's called. It's such a good place. And my pal like basically runs it, so she's really cool. And I also got so much matcha stuff there. She had this matcha snob coaster and matcha mornings, which I also got. I'm such a matcha freak, so yeah, I literally have been doing that and just being like, yes, yes, yes. Then what else did I do? I got like bits and bobs. I redid like my spice rack so that all my spices are like handwritten with my like font or whatever. Like I just wrote on them. They look so much better, but it's also like the kind of thing that I'm only going to do like every 2 years. Because I also got little racks for my like organizational racks that are like £2 from B&M or whatever. Yeah, they have them at B&M. They don't really have them at Home Goods. But I went there and I was like, get me these things because I can shove all my stuff in the fridge in them and like organize the fridge like a Virgo does. But when I was at Asda, they have really good like pasta containers. But I got this pillow because I was like, why not? And I got a couple of Stacey Solomon pillows that are like, why not as well? Because this is like so well made. And it was like £8 or something. And I was like, why is this so good? So I know that a lot of people were asking me about the Brittany Young meeting, and I was like, yes, I did have a Brittany Young meeting on Zoom. And Peter Mullen, my dad, his film's come out that is the same film where he's in a film with my glow sister, Gail Rankin. I was laughing about that because I was like, literally, it's my dad and my sister in the same thing. And when they worked together, they were like, we're basically like related already because like we know Mariana, and I was like, correct. I have been getting a lot of stuff done. I put Peter Mullen on the wall. My Ned's picture from Peter Mullen, I put that on my wall. I've done so many things that I can't even explain what they are, but I've just like been emptying my place so fast. I do have a Vinted if you want to buy any of my stuff on Vinted, but I did, you could go check it out, it's all like £1, but also I have given so much stuff to just the charity shops because I was like, I need to get rid of so much stuff simultaneously while like downsizing other things. Do you know what I mean? Like being like, I don't actually need this, I'm going to give it to my niece, or I don't need this, I'm going to give it to... My thing is like, if it's broken and you're never going to fix it, just give it away. Like you can just release it. Like you're not going to hold on to something that's broken. That's like really weird. Because I remember Lainey, my mum's friend, who's like literally watching this channel. Thank you, Lainey. Lainey went to Turkey and she was like, why is there like one big broken fridge next to one that works? Because people are like not letting it go in Turkey. They're like, this was a fridge we used to have like 20 years ago, and people are like, release it. Like you don't have to hold on to the one that's broken, you know what I mean? Like you've got one working right next to it, so what are you guys doing, you know what I mean? Like what is that emotional thing where you just hold on to it? It's a wee bit like the jumpers. There was a play about like a girl who just held on to a guy's jumper, and you're kind of like, gay, that's gay, but like gay in a joyful way, but also could be a wee bit intense. Like you don't necessarily want to hold on to stuff like that. Let it go. What else have I done? I got so much stuff. This is insane, but I got so much stuff. It's so Polish for Polish Heritage Week, even though Polish Heritage Week isn't until like the middle of May, but I'm organizing it now because I was like, I have to get ready. That's how organized I am. I'm like, I better get that, take that off the list. But yeah, it's like the middle of May. Polish Heritage Week is like the best time ever, and you can dress up in Polish costume. If you dress up in Polish costume, it costs you thousands of pounds to get like the proper skirts and all that. So I was like, I'm just gonna get my like Polish-esque costume for that, and I'm gonna like, I literally have like Polish stuff, Polish pattern stuff, but it's not like the fancy stuff that would cost me like £10,000 or something to get it all fancy made in Krakow or whatever and like sent over. It's like a bit of a faff. I was like, I can literally just shove a bit of red lipstick on and we'll be all right, you know? And the other thing that's happening is Easter again, and I did order an Easter basket that I literally am fucking excited about. That's the best thing I ever bought. Is really secondhand and like very rare. I got this from I can't even remember where I got it, but I literally got it very randomly. But so beautiful. I was like, oh, thank God, thank God, thank God. And my Uncle Peter and Henry, baby Henry, who's now like 20 or whatever, but I still call him baby Henry. Because when I remember him, he was in nappies. I know it was like 20 years ago, but I'm like, baby Henry. But he's also like a grown man who like literally could drive me around and all that. And I'm like, oh. But he and Peter are going to this ghost show. It's a band that they're going to see in the States, and while they're there, they always get me like smart sweets from these wee jelly sweets that are from Whole Foods in the States, because I love this place. I love smart sweets because they're like, don't have any sugar, but they're fun and they like fill you up, and you can get the gelatin, but you're like, I don't have to have the sugar because there's a sugary vibe. I don't really do the sugar. I do a lot of like coconut sugar in my cooking. I'll do erythritol, which somebody told me a long time ago about erythritol, that it's like really, really good. Like it is yummy actually. And I've been using that constantly. I just made like a rhubarb crumble that literally was off the charts. It's so easy, rhubarb crumble. Like making crumble is so easy and it's so fast. You're in and out, you've done it, and you don't have to have like sugary stuff because you're like, I literally didn't have to do that. I didn't have to do the sugar. God, the meeting with Brittany was really good because I don't know how to explain it. I was just pumped for that meeting. Oh, the other thing I got is like this blue glossy like eyeshadow that's really glossy. I'm gonna use, and it's like even better than, it's not even better, but it's like even shinier than my Too Faced golden stuff. So I'm excited about that. I cannot wait to direct, like DGA signing all these people to be in the DGA. Like, it's not just women who I sign up for the DGA, but I like to have people join the DGA because as a union, it's such a good union, and I have been like taken care of by them. You have no idea. Like, from the moment I signed with them, it was the year that I did Egg, and I was working with Christina Hendricks. Obviously I had done all this stuff, oh my God. And I thought for some reason, as amateurs do, or like beginner's minds, sometimes people don't know that you can sign with the DGA as an embryo. Like, you don't have to have done anything. You could be someone who's just thinking about directing and join the DGA. You don't have to have done anything. And even if you do small art projects or whatever, you can just keep signing waivers with the DGA if you want to do that. But my thing is, what happened to me once I signed with the DGA is I became incorporated, got myself to save so much money by not paying like personal taxes, and then being incorporated is the game changer because you're like, actually, you're paying taxes as a company and not as a person. And I saved so much money. I can't even explain it, how much money I saved. And then the fact that like I was DGA, well, the next thing I did was like, I did do Glow, then I did Happy TV Show, then I directed Bitch, then I directed while I was doing Glow, and then I directed, so that was all, everything was union. But it was like, when I directed Happy TV Show, that was next level because Patrick McManus just called me, and he was like, Chris Maloney, they were like, yo, we want you to do 2 episodes of our second season for Happy TV Show. And I was like, this is not only a cartoon that's made by a Glaswegian cartoonist, but I have always wanted to do something that's about an anti-hero man, because I would never write that. So I was like, because all my men are like wee sweethearts. The guys I write are like, that guy's dead nice. They're just really nice men. And you're like, wait a minute, that guy's dead nice. All the men I write are like, It's like a Nancy Meyers dude, but he doesn't even have a third act. He's like, what? I'm just gonna be all right. He's like the trust in the center. He's the Eros of the vibe. I'm always talking about how everyone I write is Eros. But anyway, Happy is the negative shadow side of a character. It was about a man who is not only a twisted cop, but he's a drug addict. He's a terrible father. He's a terrible husband. Chris Maloney was playing this character because he wanted to play someone who was an anti-hero, obviously, after doing all the stuff he did. He was like, I have been playing a character that's very straight-laced for years, and he wanted to play someone who was an anti-hero. So when they did Happy TV Show, they had done the season 1 where it was like all the Christmas stuff, but they wanted to do like the Easter stuff for season 2, and I came in, told them that I wanted to make a color wheel in like all pastels because it was Easter, and they were like, yeah, you know what we're gonna do is we're gonna make the whole season pastel-y, not just your 2 episodes, because it is Easter vibes. And they were like, what are the colors for pastel again? And I had my gel nails like that, and I was just like, pink, yellow, this one. Like I'm the only director that ever like got a color wheel from my pastel color wheel that I already did in my own hands from being in the nail place and just being like, if I'm going to do Happy, these are the colors of it. And I felt like it was so funny because the heads of department were like taking pictures of my nails, like production design and the FX department. Everyone was like in all the meetings taking pictures of my gel nails, being like, oh my God, like we're going to do it all. So it's like you delegate so much as a DGA director because you get to do less work. You don't have to work as hard. So the time, you don't have to be there all the time. As in, when I did Good Dick, I was there every single day for like the last 25 years. Like I literally did everything for that film. And also it was like a 25-year journey where you can look at it and go, hey, that's been a 25-year journey. But with Happy, it was like, they just hire you. That's the great thing about the DGA. They just hire you as a director. You're in and out. You delegate all the stuff that you would ordinarily do yourself, and you literally don't have to do anything. And talking to the cast is so easy because I'm an actor's director. You know, I'm in SAG and AFTRA, and Equity. So I'm very kind of pro-union and want everyone to join the union and love the union. And the union's been so good to me. All I do is phone them and say, hey, so I'm going to sign up another person. I'm going to sign up like 25 other people. And you've always got your point person at the DGA, and they will talk to you about any questions you have. If you're wondering whether you should join, just phone them and be like, yo, hey, I want to join the DGA. Also, the thing that you do is you just give them a percentage of your earnings. It's not like they're asking for like thousands of millions of pounds, like, or dollars. They're not asking for like $1 billion. You're not funding some kind of place that's a scam. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's the greatest invention. The DGA and unions are the greatest invention in human history because they protect workers' rights, but they also look after you. Like, I could be like, so can I do this deal this way or that way? Or like, how should I do it? Or if you want to work internationally, they're like, oh man, just do it this way. Do you know what I mean? Like, they're so simple to talk to about it. They're like, yeah, of course. Do you know what I mean? Like, I could be like, hey, I want to do this other thing that's thingamajig or whatever. And they could be like, sign a waiver, whatever, it's fine. And you go, yeah. But the other thing is I wouldn't do that because they've given me so much umph. Umph is not a word. So much umph. Yeah, so much umph. They've given me like a lot of like cojones. You're like, they give you a lot of energy because you're like, hey guys, like, hello. Not only do they provide you with a really good like dental plan, or you've got a lot of like really good doctors you go see with the DGA, you're like, oh my god, they're like tip top. But also when I got to do Happy, they were like, you're gonna be flying first class. That's part of it. You have a minimum fee, so you always have like this minimum fee that they get you for you, and also you fly first class wherever it is. So like I had to fly first class back from Scotland to the States one time when it was doing Love Danielle because it was a DGA project. So they were like, they had to fly me first class. And I remember being at British Airways and getting like getting the little like, because I get so excited about the details, and I was like, oh my god, they have little like Joe Malone, or I can't remember what it was. It was like a little John, I don't know if it was John Lewis or something, but it was like a little box of wee like soaps and shampoos and conditioner or something. And I was like, oh, I could give this to Natalie. It was black and white and it was in her colour wheel. So I like went back to America and was like, Natalie Clark, here's your little thing from, don't worry, it's British Airways first class. Don't worry, yeah. No, don't worry, yeah. No, it's just my bag. It's just my bag from first class, don't worry. And it was stuff like that where if they gave you a blanket, I'd be like, I'm just going to hold on to that blanket. I actually love the Aer Lingus blanket. Like, the Aer Lingus one is better than, don't want to say anything, but it's better than the British Airways one because also I got this at TK Maxx. I think I told you guys that I got all that stuff at TK Maxx. But anyway, I don't know why I'm out of breath because I'm so excited talking about the DGA. I get excited about the unions. And like, my whole thing is the unions right now are looking after each other. Like Sean Astin, who's the guy from the Goonies who I love, and he's just been such a great, you can tell he's such a great soul, such a great actor, but also like he's running SAG AFTRA right now, and he's doing all this stuff where he's like defending and he's fighting the good fight, and he's like defending the realm with the AI crap, and you're like, oh, we're in good hands with that, like he's literally elevating the situation. And I voted for him to be the dude who was going to run everything, and I was like, he's going to be so good at it. Like, I want him to be mayor of LA as well. Get him to just do more jobs. Like, he could be president. I'm like, just do it, I don't care. Like, that'd be great. But also stick with your... That's what happened to... I think that's what happened to Ronald Reagan, is he started out as the head of SAG, like the Screen Actors Guild. And I think he kind of was like, he like got the mob out of the unions in California or something, and people were like, hey, that's quite good. I don't know what else he did, but he didn't like, he wasn't a corrupt dude. So they were like, well, if he's not corrupt, let him be president, kind of thing. My other thing was, I've been watching a lot of Amazon stuff. I'm pumped about obviously I watch my William Shatner. I'm watching Murder, She Wrote on Amazon because I bought Murder, She Wrote. Like, I don't know how to describe this to like anyone who doesn't have like a credit card, but I'm like trying to explain it to people. You can't do this with cash. But because I've got credit card points, hang on, I'm getting my Vaseline, because hang on a second. Everybody knows you need this much Vaseline in Scotland, okay? It's a big, massive one. It's like ice. It doesn't even feel like a Vaseline tub. It feels like putting your finger in some ice, even though it's not cold, it's like warm. And you're like, why not do that every day? But I finally upgraded because I had like the little tubs of Vaseline, and I'm like, just give me a massive, massive, massive one. Oh my God, I was talking about something so important. Yeah, on Amazon, you can use your card. I can use my credit card for, somehow I can pay with points and it's for free. So I could just be like, yo, I want to get every episode of the William Shatner Unbelievable thing. Or I want to get every episode of the Dennis Quaid Marvels, History's Marvels, or whatever. I got like the Henry Winkler episode where it's like, these wacky things happened in America. Can you believe it? And I was just like, I'm doing it. And Lawrence Fishburne, his whole season, I got all that. I was like, this is going to be so good. And I've literally watched them all because I'm obsessed with stuff like that, where it's like, oh, this is about the pyramids. Oh, it's about Atlantis. Wait, what? We didn't know that. And they're like, wait a minute. They found that thing? Oh my God. Göbekli Tepe, what? You're like, okay. That's why I like Graham Hancock, because that's what got me into watching Joe Rogan, actually, is when Joe Rogan did Graham Hancock. I was like, oh, that's when I got into Joe Rogan, because I felt like Joe Rogan could be legit if he is talking to people like Graham Hancock, because I was like, he understands history in a way that's got like a unique mind. Like, he's an original thinker. And I was like, if Graham Hancock's talking to Joe Rogan, then Joe Rogan must be an original thinker. And then you're like, obviously, when you watch other Joe Rogan stuff, you're like, he is actually genius at what he does and very, like, gifted at talking for 3 hours to people, but also he's very genuine. And you're like, that's something that you think is part of the world and should be part of everything. But, you know, we wish everyone was like that, as genuine as Joe Rogan. And also he talks a lot about his like use of whatever, ayahuasca or whatever, if he's ever had like a trip with some kind of, I don't know if it's LSD he's done, whatever he's done. I don't do any drugs. I just do like, I have crystals that take me to that place. Like I have enough crystals for all of us. But my crystals actually do that kind of psychedelic trippy thing. Like I'll go to other realms with my crystals. I have like gone to different dimensions and like taken a lot of information, downloaded information from just putting crystals on my body. And literally I'm not on anything, because a lot of people don't know they could just do it naturally. They don't need to like take a big drug. Even if it's a natural drug, I'm like, I don't know. I don't even have caffeine. Do you know what I mean? Like I have matcha, but I don't have like coffee. If I had coffee, I'd be like dead or something. Coffee would kill me. I'd fall asleep an hour after having it, and then I'd take 2 days to get over it. Like it's literally, I'm so sensitive, but I'm like tapped into something else. I'm tapped into some other kind of thing that people aren't necessarily tapped into. And I think everyone could be tapped into it naturally. And the thing that I was interested in was like seeking out other people like that. So I have Place It Healing, and I have all these people that I know who are very natural in what they do, and it's like they're organic or whatever, and they're not necessarily using substances to get to higher realms. Like, I'm just doing it in a natural high way. And that's even more radical to me, I think. But also, it suits me much more. And I'm sure, like, if I gave Joe Rogan a crystal, he'd be like, whatever, mate, I don't know if I feel that. Do you know what I mean? Like, it might not read for him, or it might not be the puzzle piece he needs. It might not click in for him, but I know that for a lot of people, it does click in for them. And they're like, oh my God, I don't even have to do, like, I don't have to do weed anymore, or don't have to microdose anymore. Like, they just are healed from all this stuff. And especially, like, the drugs people take, or, you know, a lot of the medicine that's out there, that's medication, is a wee bit too strong. And a lot of the stuff that's out there, that's alcohol, is too strong for every human. It just makes you inflamed. You just become inflamed the second you have, like, alcohol or a vape or anything, or cigarettes. It's like inflammation nation. So I can feel all that stuff. Like, I don't use any of that stuff because I'm literally, like, unable to deal with it. And I think it's the same for other people. But I am interested in this idea that we're in a new place, and astrologically people care about what's going on. And that's why I like the vibes right now. Like, you can have a conversation with anybody and they're like, oh yeah, like, they'll have a big time conversation with you about crystals or their star sign or whatever. And it's just interesting. People are open to stuff like this. I've got, like, Jamie Oliver cookbooks up there, and I've got my Jerome Dreyfus. Such a nice handbag. Oh, it's my favorite. Jerome Dreyfus is my favorite person to make handbags. I'm not gonna lie. He's in Paris, and he just makes the greatest handbags in the world. Anyway, I'm talking about, like, not only Amazon, but I'm talking about how Netflix still has Glow on there, so you can watch all the seasons of that. And I'm, like, happy that Reggie Walsh was such a good role for me. And also, it was nice to roll into that and not direct it and just be like, I'm wrestling and acting. So I felt like being in the trailer as well. I remember feeling very baller that I could just drive 10 minutes and be there, which is not a very LA thing. Like, everyone in LA has to drive like 2 hours to get to set, and I could just drive 10 minutes, which is such a Glasgow thing. Like, such a Scottish way of being in the States is to be like, I'm not doing the traffic thing, but I am driving, but it's like for 10 minutes. Or it would be like a 7-minute drive or something. People were like, this is actually mental that you live so physically close to set. And I was like, I know, it's fucked up. I know, I'm like so jammy, because I had got that house much earlier, sooner than when I got Glow, the show. Because when I got Glow, I got the job when I was in the Glendale Galleria, standing next to the fountain with Tara. My niece was with me, and she had done all the auditions with me. And I remember being like, fuck me, I just got the job. Like, that was a moment in time where I could be like, I got that TV show job, as opposed to, like, everything else I did. It was like, such a big deal. And I had just, like, manifested it. I was listening to all these things, and I felt like my granny got me the job from heaven. Like, it just felt like Babcia Bronya was, like, getting me a job. Like, she sprinkled it with all this magic. And the whole time I was just, like, covered in this, like, magical, like, glitter from heaven from her. Like, and the fact that my niece was there the whole time with me, I was just like, you can't fake that shit. You cannot fake it. The idea of being with my niece and getting that news, like, there was nothing better for me. And we were, like, at the Glendale Galleria, as we usually were, to, like, go to Le Pan, go to the cinema, go to Urban Outfitters for my niece, or whatever we were doing. We were going to Sprinkles for her, probably. I was probably, like, going to Sprinkles for her with her. Or we were always going to that Apple Mac shop there, because, like, that was our local one. But I remember being, like driving my Prius and parking it and getting a wee sticker and just always making sure you get validated, because it's like, fuck's sake, if you don't get validated, you have to come back. You have to walk all the way back. There was other things like, like a really nice Chinese restaurant in there. There's, like, a maid in there. Oh, there's a dry bar. We would go to dry bar, like, every fucking day, man. Like, I would go to dry bar every day. Because I was like, I don't give a fuck, I'm gonna get my hair done. But it would be like once or twice a week. Honestly, it wasn't a lot. But when Tara was there, I'd just be like, fuck this shit, we have to do this. And we'd get like pleats in our hair or something if we had to do something. Like if I was doing red carpet thing with her or whatever we were gonna do, we'd just like get our hair done for it, and then we'd like get our outfits ready, and like we'd have our matchas. So it was all in the same vein. Like we were just doing our shit, you know, looking after our many foster dogs, because all we did was foster dogs and save them. And like I said before, all I've ever done in films is foster dogs and cats, like on collection. God, in Alabama, we fostered so many cats. They were so cute. I can't even explain how cute they are. Like, I just remember like the costume department and the production design area were just like covered with all these little kittens. And I was just like, oh, like holding a kitten on set is like so healing. And everyone was like, oh, this is so cute. And I know collection is like about the collection, like way of being like the economy that is people stealing other people's money and all this, and like debt collectors coming for you and all that. Like it is very serious. So it was nice to have these little kittens that made everybody go, oh. And I remember being in Birmingham, Alabama, and driving, another DGA job for me, but driving, I think I had a rental car, because I'm sure production just got me a rental car, because I wasn't driving my Prius that was in LA when I was in Alabama for like 4 months. And I was staying at the Pizzitz, so I was like in the best part of my favorite part of Birmingham, Alabama. And I would go to the pepper market and being like, hello, I'd get like all my fruit and veg, but I'd also go to like Stone Place, at the Stone Hampstead place or whatever, and get jams and stuff, but also just be like, I am also going to the best, like Woodhouse, next to the Flemings, there's this place called like Woodhouse Spa, and I took Natalie there, and we got, cause she's my production, like she is like she's part of that production, but also like she was music supervising for that project. And I was like, mate, we're going to the spa, getting massages like right now. And it was so good. We got massages, we had like our morning gowns on and stuff, and then we were just like, I think we should just get steaks. And we went to like Fleming's and got like a steak. But I remember just being like, not only was the DGA there, I got to drive my rental car to like the Whole Foods that's there, and the Whole Foods that's like in Homewood. Love it. I love that whole area. Like I would live in Alabama, I'm not joking. Like I would live next to that Whole Foods. It's like so nice. All the furniture shops are insane. There's a lighting shop, like, that is like my favorite light shop, and like for like light fixtures and stuff. And you just like, I can't actually cope with how beautiful this place is. And I'm actually following them on Instagram because I just love it so much. And the quality of people and the quality of stuff was just so good. And I remember being like, oh my God, driving to the TK Maxx, because you call it TJ Maxx. I think in America they call it TJ Maxx. And I used to drive there and just go into the TJ Maxx and like I got so much stuff for Tara, because I was like, I'm getting her pajamas for Christmas. I'm getting my mum all these bags. I got my mum like Vivienne Westwood like bags, like handbags, luggage, like all this shit in that one. That was like the one TK Maxx or the TJ Maxx I went to in Birmingham. I like got everything for them, because I was going from LA straight back to LA and then going straight to Scotland for Christmas. And that was when we were all staying in Glasgow in this very kind of modern house. Like no one stays in modern houses in Glasgow, but we stayed in a modern house because like my mum was getting her old house redone. There was like dry rot in the wall, and I remember being like, right, we have to fix all this shit. So we were fixing that, and I remember that era. And then also just having this modern place to stay in Glasgow for Christmas was just like so bizarre for us, because all we do is stay in like Georgian ancient homes. That's all we do. But it was so funny to be like, this is the fob, and like go up. And it was quite nice because you could see like all the river and everything. But that was the Christmas I remember just being like, this is all the shit I got from Alabama, guys. And I gave so much shit to Tara. I remember just being like, she has Christmas pajamas. My mom has all this Vivienne Westwood shit. No, it was Betsy. Why was I saying Vivienne Westwood? It's Betsy Johnson. Why the fuck would I think it was Vivienne Westwood? Because I love Vivienne Westwood. Like, if I could wear head to toe Vivienne Westwood, I fucking would, guys. Like, that's all I want to wear. I want to wear the leggings. I want to wear the shoes. It's the only shoes that I actually can fit in. Like, she makes shoes. I know she's passing it, but she does actually make shoes that fit me, which is crazy because I'm such a tall person. Like, I'm 5'11" and in nothing. In my slippers, I'm 5'11". So it's, like, crazy. This stuff I tried on for Vivienne Westwood because, like, my friend Stephen Sheriff gave me the best gift, which is like going to the Vivienne Westwood shop, trying some shit on, and I remember just being like, these leggings are lush, plush. Oh, like the kind of leggings where you're like, I could wear this every day for the rest of my life and literally not have a problem. Like, I would just wear Vivienne Westwood trousers if I could every day. And I'm like, can't believe that's not in it. That's not something that we do. But like, I wish I could. Like, if you guys are out there, Vivienne Westwood, I want you. But also, the Betsy Johnson thing was funny because that is something I did get from my mum. She still has these many bags from Betsy Johnson I got her. And I remember just being like, oh my God, like what a find. I remember like directing and the DGA were like, this is a good job for you. And I was like, I know. Like the head of Alabama or whatever was like, well done, Mariana. You guys were the only film this year in Alabama. Well done. We loved it. And I was like, I love you guys. They were like driving me around in a golf cart. And I remember just being like, this is good. But I remember my car was different when I was driving this hired car because I think they were like driving me everywhere, but somebody else would drive my car, maybe? There was so many cars on that set, like, because the whole film is about cars as well. It's like a car chase film as well as a love story. So I remember being like, but I remember going to these different places with my wee car, and it was kind of like a bigger car than it was bigger than my Prius. So I was like, what the hell is happening? Because I don't even remember what that car is, but I know Natalie drove around in it with me because she was like, I love Alabama. And I was like, it's Bama. They call it Bama. And Natalie was like, what do you mean? And I was like, yes, no, I know it sounds like Bama, like Bam, like Glasgow Bam, but like I want to be married to a Glasgow Bam. I want to be a BAM's wife. Like, Natalie knows that. I'm a BAM's wife because a BAM is basically just a Ned with a car. So I'm like, I am a BAM. But I've driven in times in my life and I've not driven at other times. Either way, I'm still a BAM, I feel like. But I think sometimes I've been a Ned for like 5 minutes, been a Ned. But also, Neds can turn into BAMs and BAMs can turn into Neds. It's like an interchangeable thing. And the fact that they in America called, like in all of history and still now if you go to Alabama, all they call it is Bama. They call it Bam or Bama. No, they call it Bam. They call it Bam because it's Alabama. So they call it Bam. And I remember being like, yeah, Natalie, they call it Bam. They don't call it Bama. So I was like, this is even funnier in the Scottish way, in a Glasgow way. Like, that's so funny in Glasgow that they call the whole place Bam. The entire state is called Bam. And you're like, oh, wow. They don't get it. Like, in America, they don't get why that's funny to us. And in Scotland, it's funny to everyone. So it's like, that's the issue. We go, That's the cultural thing where you go, oh, that got lost in cultural translation. There's so many Polish things that don't translate, that are so funny in Poland, do not translate here or to the States or anywhere. And you're like, oh my God, a Babcha would laugh at that. Like, there's 25 Babchas on the street laughing about that right now. But it doesn't mean it's funny here. Also, it doesn't mean it's funny in the rest of the world. But anyway, before Polish Heritage Day, we have Easter. Before that, we have Valentine's Day. I'm excited about so many things this year. I can't even cope with how excited I am. And just have so much to say about the benefits of this new year of the horse coming up. 2026, here we go. We hit it now because I'm about to watch Bridgerton. I don't know what you guys are doing with the week, but on Thursday morning, I will be watching Bridgerton when it starts. I'll watch the whole, that first day, I'll watch the whole part 1. Then, like a month later or some shit. They're like, 2 weeks later, 25 years later, you can watch the rest of it. And I'll just like, Ted Sarandos figured that one out, because I was like, whatever, man. Like, I know they're trying to do it so that the most people will watch it, and I will watch it whenever it drops. Like, if they drop the second part of that when I'm 85, the day they drop it, I'll still watch it. Like, I'm so like religiously grateful to, spiritually and like artistically grateful to Netflix, Ted Sarandos specifically, for letting me headlock him on the red carpet, for giving us Glow, for letting us go to all these, for giving us all the awards and being like, yo mate, not only did we win awards, but we were well reviewed. This is a rare show where it's like everyone had a good time, people loved each other. I don't know how to explain it. It was just like a love fest, and it was good for the world, that show. It's very kind of like pro-female, and it's intersectionally feminist, which you cannot say about every show. But also, Ted Sarandos is such a wee genius, and I love watching stuff on Netflix, so that's why I will never stop. But also, yeah, so Bridgerton's this coming month. It's like in 2 days. It's on Thursday. Today's whatever, Tuesday or whatever. It's going to be in like 48 hours. No! I can't wait. I've been waiting for Bridgerton. This is my season, because I feel like it's the season of the introverts. Like, I'm into it. It's going to be like shy. They've got masks on. I don't know. We're at a party. Like, we're at a mask party. I'm into it. I just want to also see like all of their wee babies. Like, they grow, because they have wee babies, and you're like, I love when they get more babies, but also can't cope. Oh my god. So that's happening, but it's going to be the year of the horse, because I feel like it's not year of the horse yet, because it's not Chinese New Year. It's like more the middle of February, and that's why this is a time to purge and release. And everyone I know is like letting go of so much stuff. People are buying a new car, they're letting go of an old car, they're buying a new house, they're letting go of an old relationship. Like, everything that's happening is like radical. Everyone's doing such intense shit where you're like, oh no, this person just started their new career, ended an old one, they're going on holiday, on their dream holiday. Like, everything that's happening is like up leveling everyone. So it's like astrologically everyone is going to have a great couple of years. It's like for 15 years we're just gonna be on this like winning streak of like something's going on astrologically for everyone, where everyone's tapped in and everyone's manifested it, and everyone's going, yes, yes, yes. It's all like ding-a-ling, ding-a-ling, ding-a-ling. You'll be hearing like, oh, I met the true love of my life, I'm getting married, I'm buying that horse or whatever. Or like somebody's like, oh, someone said to me recently, like, it's the year of the horse, because it's not just like horsepower, but it's the spirituality of the horse, which is everything's effectively wonderful. Because it's like, if you're a horse, you feel great, you can go anywhere, you can do anything, your dreams are already come true, like you're already on cloud 9 because you have that feeling. And the last few years have been crappy for everyone, and you can say that everyone's had like a rough time, because it has been touch and go for everybody, and that's ending in like the next couple of weeks. So literally mid-February, everyone's gonna be like ling a ding a ling a ding a ding dong ding 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 ding, tick all the boxes, and chuck out the stuff that's old, that's not working for you. If there's something that's broken that you're like, oh, I was gonna fix that, it's like, give it a charity shop. Someone's gonna use it in a new way and be like, oh, this is effective. Or sell stuff on Vinted, or just release stuff, like give stuff away to be like, oh, here, do you want this? This is great. Like, I got this for you, and you can have it. Like, anything in your cupboard that you're like, I'm never going to use that jar of like pistachio fucking butter that I got for this thing that's never going to happen. Like, give it away. Because you can put something else in that part of your cupboard that is magical, that you'll use every day. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just like, oh, get rid of it. Like, because that idea, there's a thing, sometimes people hold on to stuff for like the idea of using it. Like, oh, I'm going to use that knitting ball, these knitting balls that I have that I'll never knit. And you're like, what? Why do you have that? If you're not like Mrs. Knitting that does it every day, release it to the world. You know what I mean? Like, why are you letting that weigh you down in your space? Yeah, so it's like going to be really massive. So comment on how you feel about this shift, because it's really already happening. I talked about so many different things here, but the number one thing we can take away from it is the DGA, the unions, and you can sign up for the DGA right now. Just sign up for the DGA. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to have anything on your resume. You don't have to have a budget of a thing. You don't have to have a certain budget. You don't have to have been paid as a director a certain amount. Nothing. You could just be like, yo, I'm a director. I want to join the union. And you could run the bloody union if you want, if you like that kind of thing. Join the union. Join the union. I'm a union girl. I'm going to start out like a new song that's about me being the union like lover. Because I am... The union has been like there for me when I've been like, hey, what do I do? And had like a panic about something. They're like, no, it's fine. Here's what you can do. And you're like, oh my God, wait. Not only do they protect your rights as a director, but it's like they protect your final cut and all this stuff you don't have to fight for anymore. Like, the other thing is when you're working with quality people, quality equals more quality, and you're discerning. So you're not like working with everyone who isn't union. You're like working with people who are union, and all those people are paying each other and loving each other and respecting each other, and it's very professional. And it's like, I can't explain how easier it is. Like, it's just a different day. It's like being in a sunny day in Marbella and being like, oh my God, like did we get the plane to Malaga? Yeah. Now we're in Marbella? Yeah. Okay, it's a sunny day. As opposed to like a sunny day of you're in the union, as opposed to it's a rainy day, you're not in Marbella, the wind is in your face, you don't know where you're going, and you don't have an umbrella, and you're out in the rain and it's freezing and the wind's in your face, you don't have the proper like clothes because you like didn't get the union message of like you need to join the union. So you're like, why are you out in the rough storm when you could be like on a sunbed, like lying there with your mates being like, oh my God, I'm in paradise. Like, it's like night and day compared to like union, non-union work. It's night and day. And I want to be able to say, hey, I'm paying the editor and she's paying her 55 people who work for her as well. And you're like, yeah. Like, it feels very, it's not just like respectful, but it's like necessary. Do you know what I mean? It's like everyone gets to pay their rent. Everyone gets to buy whatever they want with that money, or everyone gets to do another 55 jobs because they just got paid, or they get to do their dream job, or everyone gets to be buying a house or something. It's like, do your thing. Buy that racehorse. You see, you're the horse, so buy the racehorse. I don't want to buy a racehorse, but I do want to buy like one of those cats that's like a white one. It's so fancy. I want a Siberian white cat that has like the blue eyes. I want that. And I want so many dogs. I want like a Bichon, a tiny little like, I want like a teacup Bichon that's like that size, and I literally just want one. But I know, because I don't really get those. I've never like looked after those dogs because I always just get foster dogs and like adopt dogs that are foster dogs. That's what I do. But I'm like, all I want to do is have like a little teacup. Sometimes I'm just like, I want it. And I know people who have had them and they live a joyful life, and they're fine. You know what I mean? They're like, we're happy because we got a little teacup Bichon. But also I want a big Bichon. Like, I want like a big one who's like big enough to go in the toy group at Crufts, and I want to like run around that Crufts thing and be like, my dog wins because it's the whitest. That is such like a Virgo thing to be like, I'm gonna like clean my dog so clean, make it pristine, make it perfect. And also the idea of a first AD, that's also part of the union, where you're like, these people know what they're doing. And also like, I've been first AD'd my whole life because Bashapalka is my mother. So she was like, you're getting up at this time, you're doing this, there's a list of stuff you have to do. She would like make me these lists, and I would like tick the box of doing it, or she would tick the box for me. When I told her that I did it, she'd tick the box. She's got lists running for like different members of the family. She's literally our first AD. She runs the whole show. Like, she's like, you're going to be here at this time. Like, if we were going to go on an airplane, she would get to the airport like 3 hours ahead of time, like I always do. Even if I'm going to like, from here to like another, like a 20-minute plane ride or something, I still go really early because like Bashpalka is my mum, so I understand that I should show up like on time and looking good and happy with a smile on my face. Like, her whole thing was she would have like pink lipstick on. It would be like 4 a.m. We'd be like in the taxi going to the airport, and she'd just be like, hi, and she'd have like the biggest smile on her face. And I remember my sister and I just being like, she's one for the books, because that's her natural energy. Like, she wakes up like that. That's not caffeine. That's like before her coffee. And you're like, maybe it's a lipstick. I don't know what it is, but it's something. But it's definitely Capricorn energy of like, I am ready for this day. Are you guys ready? And we're like, yes, we are. But that thing of like, first ADs love me because they're like, wait, so you're used to being like organized. I'm not like trying to be like, what do I want? I'm like, I know what I want. I already planned it. So like, here, let me bring that to you as a director, instead of like, let me figure out 5 things on the day I might want, or on the day in the moment, trying to figure out. It's like, no. Like, I've already planned the shit. So we just execute my dream, as opposed to faffing about. Like, nobody else has time to faff about. Like, we're making a movie here, or TV. So the other thing is, when Happy TV show came out, I remember like I was in New Orleans or something when it came out, or I decided to do it when I was in New Orleans or something. And I remember being like, ew, like we shot it in New York, but it came out on TV. And I remember just watching it and being like, this is so magical. And like, I gave her like little dots under her eyes, and she's just like big, like white afro when she comes out in like the dream sequence. And I have never like queen to queen like that, where I was like, oh, that looked good, you know. She comes out of a white limo. Like, all of it was like so Mariana Polka. Like, I was like, the dream sequence, I could have so much fun with that. And I remember asking Chris Maloney to do like 25 flips in this one thing, and he did like 27. I was like, mate, how are you older than everyone I know, but you're fitter than everyone I know? Like, I was like, no one I know is like doing flips as an actor. Do you know what I mean? Like, unless you're Chavo Guerrero, you know what I mean? I don't know. But yeah, when Zac Efron was like, when we wrestle Chavo Guerrero, it feels so good. And I was like, yeah, Zac Efron, we all know that fact. Like, we knew that 2, 4 to 6 years before you knew it, but it's okay. Also, like, because we won so many awards, it was really epic to get to see Ted Sarandos at his house and be like, thank you for this, thank you for that. I actually feel like I have to eat some, because it's before my period, so I usually eat like brownies that have, it's like mashed sweet potato mixed in there, that you're like, oh my god, it's cacao, it's like coconut sugar, it's like all this stuff in the brownie, and then like dark chocolate chips, and I just like eat the shit out of it, because I'm like about to get my period. So when I am about to get my period, that's what I eat, and then I don't eat that stuff when I'm ovulating. Like, I don't even want to eat that stuff. But before my period, I'm like building estrogen, like, give me energy. And that's how you can do the seed cycling thing too. So I've been doing that, where that's the other thing I was going to talk about. It's like seed cycling. 2 weeks before your period, you do like the sunflower seed mixed with the sesame seed. And then when it's not your period, you do like flax mixed with pumpkin seeds or something. And I can do that. I'm like, that's fine. I love this thing because it makes me, I don't know, it's like I don't have as much bloating and makes me more chilled for the whole process. I don't know how to explain it, but it feels like the seeds, just like the fat of that helps. It doesn't just help mood, but it's like it helps the whole journey, what we're dealing with. God's sake, I cannot believe it's 2026. I'm actually like, what the fuck just happened? But I can actually believe it. I'm ready for Year of the Horse. And like, you can watch on this channel how so much shit's gonna change, because like, we're just gonna up level on this channel as well. So watch that happen as we speak. As I speak, there's a little sheep like on my head. That's not my clippy in my hair, but how cute would that be if that was a sheep clip? That is so Scottish, to just have like a sheep magnet hanging out. Anyway, had to go there, guys. Had to tell you everything. And you're welcome for all the facts. Also, if anyone wants to know my favorite dogs, King Charles Cavalier, Blenheim, but also any color, but also Blenheim and also Ruby, because yes, the black tricolor is nice, but I'm like, that was Queen Victoria's, and I'm not trying to like steal her thunder. I don't want to be like, that's the same, I have the same dog as Queen Victoria. I don't want to be like that. I want to be like, yo, I have Blenheim or I have Ruby. Like, I don't want to be like, take her actual dog. Because Dash had a thing. Like Dash had a moment, and we're not trying to steal that away. You know what I mean? Like Dash was a thing in Victorian times. We don't have to be like confused about it. And also, I love little sausage dogs that are smooth or wiry. Like I just like want 1,000 sausage dogs. Oh, if I had a blonde or like a chocolate one, ooh, I want those dogs so much. I love every dog that's in the toy breed section. Everyone. I love a Maltese. I literally held Bryce's Maltese and I was like I was considering just taking the dog out of that house, like, and not telling anyone, because I love toy dogs so much that if there's a toy dog on me and it's soft, like at Eric Edelstein's house, I've touched a Bichon for the first time, and I just kind of wanted to steal it forever, because I love dogs that much. So I was like, it had such a soft coat that I was like, I'm never going to find another dog with this soft a coat specifically. And I just want it. Like, I want that like fuzzy ball of love. I want it in my life every day. And also, I just love them. So it's like, I didn't steal Bryce Howard's dog, and I didn't steal Eric's dog. Like, I wouldn't steal it. I would never take anything without asking ever in my life. But I just wanted them so much. Like, I was like, I want this dog. As a dog mother, I want the dog so much. And so, like, a Bolognese also, you can be like, they are... Did I say Maltese? Because I think Bryce had Bolognese. No, she had Bolognese, and I was like, this is my dream dog. I've seen like 1,000 Maltese. They're so cute. Like they're so cute. Maltese is not for me. I love Bolognese. I love Bichon. I love teacup Bichon. I love like anything that's in that toy group, but especially the fluff balls. And I would take like random ones, like a big Saluki I would take, or like big greyhounds I would take. I would love to have like beautiful dogs like that where you're like this Afghan hound, like, yes, why not? But what I like is a dog that doesn't shed. So I really like the hypoallergenic ones or the short-haired ones. I love those ones because I just feel like, and obviously King Charles Cavalier, you're like, that's shedding, but I don't care. Like, I'll pick up that and it's not that much. And it's like a joy to pick up. You're like, I will hoover this because this dog's a dream. And I don't know why I love dogs so much, but it's like in my DNA. I love cats as well. I love like a white cat. It's like the cat that I love, again, if you look it up, it's a Siberian white, blue-eyed fluff ball of love, and they're also hypoallergenic, and I'm just like, those are the dogs and cats I want. So if you're wondering where I'll be dreaming about those dogs and cats. And when I was like in Greece, I remember Tara and we were just like talking to each other about dog breeds, which is like my joy and her joy. And I remember like we were going on these epic swims in the Aegean Sea and like sun tanning, and then like eating Greek salad and going to the fish shop and getting fish and going to the fish restaurant and just eating fish for dinner every single day and just being like, yes, or lamb, and just loving it, but also just talking about dogs all the time. I just think that's the funniest part of our lives, is that she and I can like identify every dog breed you want. Like, we could be like, that's a Typhoon or Tycoon, or, you know, there's like an Italian, there's all these like Italian greyhounds, but there's also like these little like a lot of different retrievers and like stuff that are Scottish retrievers, and you're like, oh my god, like golden retrievers Scottish, of course, because they have to stay so warm in the lochs. Like, of course, that's where they get that little thing from, their big coat. And you go, oh my god, I would have 10 golden retrievers. If I could have 10 golden retrievers, I would. And everyone who knows me knows I would. And I want to be like, right, let's get the dogs and go out, as opposed to like, let's get the dog and go out. You know, like, you want to be like, let's get the army of dogs we have. Everyone has a different breed for them, because there's some dogs that are loud, some dogs are quiet, some dogs are good with kids, some dogs don't like children, some dogs are like unique. And I think it's so cute how there's owners who are unique too, and they meet their little unique dog and they're just like matched. And I love that. I find that so compelling and so sweet. And you go, oh my god, like, what a miracle that's meant to be. So like 25 people who are watching this are going to get their dog of dreams this year. Okay, I have to go now. I love you guys. Bye.